one, get action.
Actually got some pretty good bass in there.
Right. Go. And good afternoon, Montevallo. This is Jordon Semien. Alongside me is Dan Cook, Devan Cooley, Amos Hollowhead will be joining us soon. We are the Friday game plan coming at you live Friday, April 26th. It's the last one of the semester, gentlemen. Dan Cook, how you doing this morning?
Tired, man. Just tired.
Straight up. I don't know about you guys, but I'm already starting to freak out a little. Dr. Horner is gone.
Yeah,
It's day one without Horner. I'm scared.
I feel naked, man. As far as security wise.
We're not going to go that far.
No, security wise. I mean, again, because, it's like if you have a security blanket, somebody takes it from you, you feel naked, and he is the security blanket for this building. So, I mean, anything that goes wrong, who do you go to?
And let's be honest.
He's Dr. House, and Dr. House is out of the building, man. He's done.
And let's be honest, guys. Without Horner, we wouldn't be here. Now, would we?
No doubt.
I mean, he's the one who taught us how to work pretty much everything in this room.
And there's only one thing that we have not been able to accomplish, but I still have faith that we will get that done next semester. So.
And we can broadcast live to everyone. But as for now, we, again, welcome you in. Devin will join us as soon as possible because he's eating right now.
Yeah,
I'm ashamed of
you. Like I said, I'll still be on campus. I'll be living nearby during the summer, and I still have. I mean, if the building is available, I would still have access. But I was, like I said, I'm still debating. I don't know if I want to do it though. But I'm still debating the whole confessions thing. And I was going to call myself your conscience.
Oh Lord!
So to get it off your chest. But anyway,
that's just weird. On that,
that's a different story.
And now for something completely different, we're going to back into 4 downs, debating the top 4 stories in sports today. And number one out the gate, there's this thing that happened last night. It's called the NFL Draft.
Mm-hmm.
I have issues with the first round. I will get to my biggest issue, but out the gate, I will say,
I don't have a problem with it.
Overall. I'll get to my biggest issue, but overall, it was a pretty interesting round.
Mm-hmm.
It's like nothing went the way we planned. I will own up and say, hey, you got, 3 straight Alabama players taken, all to where they can be used and hopefully used effectively. I'm a little concerned about Dean Milner going to the Jets, not because of the player he is, because of the team the Jets are.
Well, I don't like to see any of my Bama players go to a crappy team.
I like to say
and give them plenty of opportunities. Let me put it that way.
I like to say I'm part Catholic, part Baptist. The Catholic part of me did a couple of Hail Marys for him last night.
Can you get a scholarship for that? I am 1/2 Catholic.
Chance Warmack, guard, goes to Tennessee. I've heard rumors that they'll probably push him to either left or right tackle. I still think that'll be okay, and I think going to Tennessee, he'll be good. He'll do good. Yeah. Offensive tackle DJ Fluker goes to San Diego, so, roll tide.
Yeah, no doubt. Bama represented earlier on in the round. Hopefully, we still got plenty of players that are probably going to go in the 2nd through probably 4th, 5th round. Yeah. So I think we're going to be representing throughout the draft here.
Yeah.
What's your biggest problem right now? First of all, before we get to that, let me ask you this: the Saints. How do you feel about your pick?
Meh. I haven't seen a lot of Kenny Vaccaro to safety out of Texas. I haven't seen a lot of them to make a sound judgment. But I do know this: we gave up 7,000 yards on defensively. So we definitely.
You could have Ray Charles back there to be an improvement.
I'll take Ray. Yeah. Like if he can play, if we can suit him up, we're good.
Yeah.
But I'll take any improvement. I'll have to see down the road. But my thing is, I trust Sean Payton's judgment. So I'm gonna step off and say, okay, let's see what happens with the rest of the draft. For now, I'm content.
I'm not a Saints fan, so I'll just say a quick little thing here. Out of all the defensive backs that they showed highlights of last night, I saw plenty of them where it was like, okay, that ball was underthrown. That ball was thrown basically right to him, or that he was lucky on that one. But this guy here, this Kenny Vaccaro, he looked like he had an eye for the ball. So, and he
that's
what
like, I saw.
He looks like he can hit pretty well too.
Yeah. That's my thing. If you're a safety, my rule is you best be able to lay somebody out. I don't care just really about anybody can go out and intercept the pass. Yeah. My thing is you have to have the guts to step up and knock Andre Johnson out if you can.
Well, here's the thing. You remember Steve Atwater from the Denver Broncos back in the day? Yeah. He's about 6'1", maybe weighed 180. Okay, and playing back back there for the Broncos, and here comes Christian Okoye, the Nigerian nightmare, running back. Was like I think he was like 6'1", 6'2", weighed about 265, solid muscle. And he comes full speed. Steve Atwater lays him out, and then just stood over him and started talking to him.
Stand down.
So that's the thing. You gotta have that mentality that even if the biggest guy you got coming is coming, you gotta lay him out.
Can I get one shout out to my school, LSU? Yeah, I like Eric Reed.
Mingo?
Now, you know what? I was happy to hear. Mingo
was going later.
So did I. I was happy to hear him drafted high. I'm not happy about the team he's going to. I hate Cleveland.
Wait a minute though. Cleveland is up and coming though. You watch.
I hate Cleveland.
You watch it. You got him on the defensive side. You got
no faith
Trent
in
Richardson on the offensive side.
No faith in Cleveland.
They're getting better. This year, they might make a push for the playoffs. I don't know. They're not going to They're not going to get past first round if they make it, but they might.
Whoa.
Again, the draft's not over.
It's not over.
They've added some good players, a few players in free agency, and they've got a little bit of a core going on.
Yeah.
So
I love the fact of Ed Reed going to San Francisco. I just like good players going to good teams. I think that's going to be a good fit. Yeah. I don't know if he'll start, but he'll get some quality minutes his rookie year.
I think so.
And I think he will help them. Now, can I get to my biggest egregious act of the night?
What is it? If
Buffalo.
You say the quarterback.
Buffalo.
Wait, who did Buffalo get?
E.J. Manuel.
Oh, yeah.
I think they overdrafted E.J. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback. I've seen enough to say he's decent.
Here's the thing.
I think they overdrafted.
I'm gonna tell you why they probably did it. Yes, he's overdrafted.
Yeah.
But out of the quarterbacks available, for what they have, he looks like he's probably more serviceable immediately. On top of that, their next pick is way down the line. So the thing about that is they're probably scared that he might have gone somewhere else.
Maybe. Because
they were predicting a quarterback to go late in the first anyway, or early in the second. So I think that was just more of them saying, hey, he's there, let's go ahead and grab him. And now, real quick here, my Falcons.
I was going to ask you about that. How do you feel about Trufant?
I kind of like him. I mean, he's 6 foot tall, he's 180, he's a pretty solid guy. Yeah. He's got a good eye for the ball. He can't catch well. Yeah. But again, that's why he's defensive back. But hopefully they'll work with him in terms of that. Now, here's the thing: Atlanta needs another cornerback besides him because they Grimes and
Robinson
are both gone, and we need probably at least one defensive end, maybe a linebacker. Now, would I have been upset if we got somebody like Eddie Lacy? No, and here's why. And I was telling Devan this last night. Not saying first round. I'm just saying in general, if he's available
down the road,
right. Now, the reason I say that is because Steven Jackson is a great fix for now. Yeah. But in 3 years, he's going to be just like Michael Turner. He's going to be done.
He's already got a lot of tread on the side. So,
Jacquizz Rodgers is not an every down back. Yeah.
I love me the Smurf back, but he's
a good change of pace. Yeah. Back in the day, Eric Ebram and Craig Ironhead Hayward kind of combination. He's a combination back. He's not really a solo guy. Yeah. I can see Eddie Lacy being a solo guy. You could always bring in Jacquizz Rodgers to spell him.
Yeah, of course.
Right. So I think Atlanta, if they look at that, they can always say, hey, even if they don't get somebody in the draft, they'll probably take a look at that somewhere down the line because we got 8 more picks coming up here. Yeah. So I think you can still get a running back in the second round and still get some decent, serviceable defensive ends and cornerbacks in the 5th on back. Or fourth on back, excuse me.
Okay, I want to ask you guys this. What the heck is going on in St. Louis? You went out, traded up with Buffalo to get Tavon Austin. You then traded back into the first round at the end to get Alec Ogletree, and now they still have, what, 7 picks left?
Well, in St. Louis, there's like 4 teams that got like a lot of extra picks in the draft. Atlanta, St. Louis, and there's like 2 other, I forgot who the other 2 were.
Patriots and Cowboys?
I can't remember, man. But only 2 that I really remembered was St. Louis and Atlanta.
I was thinking one thing. I love Eric Reed going to San Francisco. Did you have to trade up to get him? Because he was projected to go in the 2nd round.
Well,
did you have to trade up?
It depends on where their next pick is.
Yeah.
Where their next pick is, and how is he the best available in his position at that point in the draft?
What the heck was going on with Miami taking Jordon, defensive end, Oregon, 3rd overall?
Even his family looked shocked.
It's like
they look like what? I don't know.
I was like, dude.
Everybody thought Miami was.
You had Lane Johnson right there. You need a left tackle.
Right. Well, they thought Miami was trading up to get somebody like that. Yeah. But no, they come up there and then they
we're gonna get
pull that one over. So.
I think Philadelphia drafting Lane Johnson sets up for Geno Smith. Geno didn't go in the first round. You have your left tackle.
You know where he might go?
Where?
Because a lot of people like Skip Bayless is calling for Tebow to go to Jacksonville. But you know what? If Jacksonville really wants to go ahead and pull that trigger, first pick in the 2nd round.
He doesn't work in Jacksonville though.
He'd work just as well as Tebow would. He's got the same kind of quarterback. Same offense.
Honestly, I don't think either of them would work in Jacksonville.
I don't think anybody wants to go to Jacksonville. I'll put it that way.
Have you seen their new unis?
Oh yeah. Well, you know what? Actually,
that's creepy, man.
It's not too bad.
No, that's just.
I like the fade on the helmet. Fade.
No.
Because I'm all about look.
I like the idea where they started. We're gonna go solid black, but then they went wrong. We're gonna have powder blue sleeves. What the?
Yeah, that was a little weird.
It's like no.
That was a little weird. They probably could have gone with the trim in blue and maybe a little bit of like yellow or something. But yeah. I don't know.
That's just weird.
But here's the thing. It's except for Oregon. Oregon changes uniforms like every week. But
I was gonna say every hour.
Yeah.
But, go ahead.
Yeah. But with the exception of them, it seems like that it's always the bad teams that switch their uniforms.
Yes.
Or at least at the time when they do.
Yep. Like you don't see the Patriots, the Saints, the Niners.
The Patriots changed theirs, but it was like.
That was for the better.
It wasn't when they were struggling.
Yeah, that was for the better.
Same thing with the Falcons. Falcons changed theirs, but it wasn't when we were.
We were okay. Denver changed theirs for the better.
The Dolphins, you know what? I don't mind. Again, I've always loved the Dolphins' colors. I love the teal. It's very Miami.
Different.
Yeah, it's very Miami.
Yeah, that's true.
It kind of embodies
this
Miami.
Particular Dolphin, though, looks. If you look at it from a distance, it looks like an aircraft.
It's very weird. Yeah.
And what's crazy is how many dolphins do you know? Now, I guess they're trying to show. What's crazy is they got the sun behind it, as if it's jumping out of the water. Now, the original had dolphin in the motion like he was coming out of the water. Yeah. This one looks like he's in the water because the tail is curled up as if he's, pushing himself in the water.
You're freaking us out, Miami.
It's like what
are you doing?
Pick something.
Pick a lane.
Yeah, pick a lane.
Okay, upcoming 2nd round, 3rd round predictions for tonight. I predict. With this draft, you can't really make a solid prediction. Because, good Lord, you look at the first... You look at the mock drafts.
To Kuiper or
then you look at this.
Because they have... but even though they have probably more knowledge than most,
theirs is busted.
We were saying, this was out the gate, it was
their bracket's busted.
Out the gate, it was busted because everybody was saying, Luke Jokel's #1, Eric Fisher #1. I will give Eric Fisher this, though. Dude's coming out of Central Michigan. He's now the #1 pick in the NFL draft.
Not bad.
Well, that was something
he started at the bottom. Now he hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So
Jokel goes to Jacksonville. You have your left tackle. The question is, how are you going to get a quarterback who actually wants to be there?
Yeah.
DeAndre Jordan to Miami. Lane Johnson to Philadelphia. I think that sets up for Philly getting a quarterback. I don't know if it'll be Geno, but I think it sets up for them getting a quarterback.
I think the problem was less with their quarterback than it was with him having no time. And being the quarterback he is,
it's Michael
he's
Vick,
a very athletic guy, but he is easily hurt. And the
not only,
not at all.
Was because he's having to run.
But see, here's the other thing too, is like when he was at Atlanta, I liked when they got him initially.
Yeah.
What I didn't like is that they would actually put out the game plan where they're gonna have about between 5 and 8 called plays per game where he's gonna have to run.
Yeah.
It's part of the play. But when he gets pressure, now it's not so much anymore. He doesn't do it as much anymore. But back in Atlanta, he would like bolt immediately.
Yeah.
He's just running. Now though, it almost seems to me like he's trying too hard to get away from that stigma.
Yeah.
And in doing so, he's getting himself hurt by staying in the pocket too long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's making too many moves in the pocket and trying to get away, and he's basically dangling himself out where he's going to just get laid out, and it's happened time and time again.
Yeah. I don't know if you touched on this as far as the rundown here, but Barry Sanders on the cover of Med.
I did not, but actually that was coming up in extra points later for ourselves. Well, for
I brought it up because he was in the draft last night.
I love that. It's like finally, let's get him back.
Chris Berman said, in case you're wondering why he's on the cover, if you look at him, he could probably play right now.
I mean,
and you know what?
You just think about players that you look at them now, they could probably still play. Like, has anybody seen Herschel Walker lately?
Oh, he's always been in shape, man.
I'm terrified.
But Barry Sanders, man,
Barry can still play.
I think he deserved it just because of the fact that he didn't have an opportunity to grace the cover back in the day. You know, so this gives him that opportunity.
He did in 2000. He was on Madden in 2000. That was the year he retired, though.
Right. So,
he kind of avoided the Madden curse, kind of. Yeah, but, Detroit still decided to
count the curse actually made him retire.
Now, here's the thing. He's not playing, so the curse can't hit him.
It's still the worst statistical season of a Madden curse, though. I mean, so I guess maybe it still works.
I don't know.
Upcoming in round 2, Jacksonville will kick things off with pick 1. San Francisco at 2, Philly 3, Detroit 4, 5 Cincy, 6 Arizona, 7 Jets, 8 Titans, 9 Buffalo, top 10 rounded out with Oakland. And the round will finish again with San Francisco at 29 and Baltimore at 30.
Atlanta 28.
If you can find him, my thing for Atlanta, if you can find one, get another receiver.
Dude.
Not in the second round. Not in the second round. Later, if you can find one.
We got Douglas as our third.
I know you have.
And
I know you got Roddy. I know you got Julio. I know you got Jackson, Douglas, and Gonzalez. Some of the best offenses in the league have multiple wide receivers now. Like,
don't bring up the Patriots.
Like, not just him.
That's a bunch of...
Not just the Patriots,
you can't really say...
It's not the same thing.
Saints, Houston's now trying to get...
Yeah, but the Saints, after your top three, though, who do you have? I mean, that's the thing.
Who's the top three, though?
You have to think about the salary cap at that point, too. Yeah. I mean, because these guys are going to be, like, basically bench warmers. Because unless something happens, they're not getting in the game.
Yeah.
You can't have a 6 receiver set, so...
Not quite.
Yeah, the most you can have is 5. So
it pays to have at least 4 good wide receivers. Well, not excluding the tight end. So
take away Gonzalez.
Take away Gonzalez. My thing is
Douglas being our third.
My thing is, Lord forbid somebody gets hurt, have a backup plan for everybody.
Absolutely, but there are only there are some positions, especially with a salary cap league. You can only prepare for so much.
Not only that, the other thing is with Atlanta needing defensive secondary and a pass rusher, I'm pretty sure they're going to stay away from the receiver for now. Now, we might get a receiver in, like, say, the 7th round. We got 4 picks in the 7th round.
That's what I'm saying.
4 picks in the 7th.
I'm not saying second round, just in the second, third round, just go out and draft a wide receiver. Right. 6th, 7th, when you have multiple
maybe late round, sure, yeah.
If there's still a good one on the board you think highly of, why not take a flyer? Lord forbid somebody gets hurt. You're good.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that in this late round.
One that I would be very interested in seeing them do is to look for a tight end because
later on.
yes, later on, but Gonzalez isn't around for a lot longer.
No, and again, I don't have a problem with that. I did not agree with them trying to predict that they would take a tight end in the first round.
I went pretty quick.
He did, but you know what?
I'm thinking 1 to 2 years Gonzalez is in. I'm not sure. He could stay longer. He could stay shorter. We don't know.
I think after this year,
do you draft one or do you trade one?
It's been debated for the last 2 years.
But here's the thing: here's the thing though. Most tight ends, if they're good, coming out of college, they're ready to go.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like Eifert. Okay. Now take that into consideration. If you got Gonzalez, we have a decent backup. I mean, he did well last year. I can't even remember his name, but here's the thing. Let's say Gonzalez gets through the season next year. He retires.
Yeah.
Well, there's the draft.
Sure.
Draft your tight end right then. Top 3 rounds.
You could, yeah.
But like I said, I think this season is like my friend was telling me last night. He's a big Falcons fan also.
Yeah.
And he's just like, dude, we're just a few pieces from really going to the Super Bowl. And most of those pieces are on defense.
Yeah.
And I agree. Because I was talking to him about the possibility of if Lacey's there, would you pull the trigger? And I understand that, you want to fill those pieces, but with a player like that, though, and with the limited running backs that you have, that's probably more important than even an extra receiver. I'm just saying.
Not to say I don't think he'll be there, but I don't think. Part of me wants to believe they will have a chance at getting Lacey.
I don't think he'll be there. Not 28th in the second.
I want to believe. I personally, again, not the biggest Alabama fan, but I do respect talent. I personally, I kind of want to see Giants build up the offensive line and him go to New York.
No. You know what I said? That's why I said I'm looking forward to the